Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463.
The Sphere Network. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today at advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Baptiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680.
What's up, good people? Welcome back to another great episode of Technocrats. I am your host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. I'm sitting here with the lovely Jennifer Hocklish. Jay, how are you today, my dear?
I am great. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I am doing fine. My seat is squiggly and it is squeaking, but I'm okay with that. I feel like for real. I don't know why you asked. You know I was gonna come with something crazy. But to those that are tuned in, we are here obviously to make sure that you have a firm understanding of how technology works, the things that are happening surrounding technology, and to empower the digital you. Make sure you subscribe at all social media platforms at the Sphere TV. You can use the hashtag Technocrats if you have a question, or shoot us an email, technocrats@thesphere.tv, or of course hop into Facebook Live if you got any questions for us right here. And we're definitely going to be answering all your questions that come up on Facebook Live. So if you drop them in while we're talking about any of the conversations, we will definitely get right with you. So without further ado, let's get into a little of our technical news. So this week on our tech news, let's start with good old Google Maps. Looks like Google Maps is looking to do something strange for some change.
Okay.
By adding some landmark-based directions. Mm-hmm. Jay, what's going on here with Google Maps and Sendai, or whatever his name is, Sanchaya, whoever's on the back end of this?
You know what?
I didn't butcher that.
You have got to stop doing
that.
I'm
cutting up.
But what Google is rolling out for Google Maps is landmark. Instead of giving the direction and saying, turn here on 6th Street, it's going to say, turn here next to White Castle.
Wait. Is that one of your spots, though?
I've never.
I ain't seen White Castle mentioned nowhere in this article. You pulled up White Castle, though.
I do my due diligence, and I do read other articles before we come to the
due diligence.
Due diligence.
Okay.
So, so I think that's a pretty dope feature. Because,
I think so too.
Not everybody can read street signs
Very
from,
true.
50 yards away.
Very true.
So I think identifying that this landmark is coming up and you're looking for that big building rather than this small itty bitty street sign is, a big plus. There are probably some disadvantages to it, but I want to hear your take on it before I give you mine.
Well, I'll say this. I do enjoy that. I like and love it because, as you mentioned, street signs can often be small. They can be misleading, whatever the case is. There could be construction where the street sign may be down. Mm-hmm. So it does provide a better opportunity for people to say, oh, I see this big building, this whatever this enterprise is. I've got this Burger King in this example, and I know I should turn right after this. Makes sense. Where my skepticism comes in is how they choose what businesses to quote unquote mention, which then becomes advertising, which then
and
becomes
Google said
marketing.
it's not advertising. They did specifically state that in the article that is, they just, picked this most popular, landmark
to
there. I mean, you've seen several Burger King commercials, so Burger King is a staple. Everybody knows what Burger King is.
But put yourself, and I think we may be on the same side of this. If I'm a business owner and my business is located next to some other business, well, let's say it's an academy, I'm gonna want Google Maps to announce make a left after Sphere Studios more so than make a left after Academy. So will I have the opportunity as a business owner to sow dollars into Google to allow them to say my business versus another? That's the kind of question I would have. And then are we starting to get advertisements in ways we've never had them before?
Right.
Well, but what's your take on this? I mean, how do you feel?
So I don't think Google is being biased. For the example, like I said, Burger King. Burger King is a staple business. Everybody knows what Burger King is. Everybody knows what McDonald's is.
Go ahead, you say flame bro, however you like it. I just want to know. Put it out for those on Facebook Live. How you like your Whopper?
I don't eat Burger King.
You don't eat Burger King?
I don't eat red meat.
Oh, okay. You better do it. Okay. Healthy and wealthy. You better do it.
Oh, you're so extra today. But I don't see it as a bad thing. So let's say what is it? O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Yeah.
Not everybody has an O'Reilly Auto Parts somewhere. So if you're from out of town and they're telling you make a left at O'Reilly Auto Parts, you're going to be like, what is that?
Yeah.
But you know a Burger King. That is nationally known.
Very
so I
true.
don't think Google is being biased with that. They're just, bringing out things that everybody knows.
Well, we'll see.
We'll
see how things happen. You start getting some strange stuff. What I would like to see, though, and I think this is great, giving locations based on landmarks, not or at least giving us the option to enable landmarks versus just street signs. I like that. What I would also like is, and I don't normally listen to Google the Google Voice.
I don't either, but this would make me.
I would wonder if they're ever going to compete with Waze and have different people do narrations.
Or how about this? What if somebody native language is not English? Are you going to offer these directions in other languages?
Yeah,
as
and
well?
I would assume that they probably do in different countries. I don't know if you can get that on your current device, though.
Right.
That would be something to test out. We'll see. And for those who are tuned in, for watching us right now live, or if you're checking this out in traffic and you've got Google giving you directions along the way you're listening to this, let us know. Do you like the idea of having land-based directions or landmark-based direction versus street signs? You think that's going to be a substantial improvement for you to continue to use Google Maps or move away from Waze or Apple Maps to Google Maps? We want to know. And shoot us an email, technocrats@thesphere.tv. Rolling through our conversations today in the news, we want to make sure that we're continuing to have the conversation about Mark Zuckerberg and the things that are happening over at Facebook. And just as an update in regards to the scandal, we talked about the original scandal part 2 last week, and we're continuing the conversation. It looks like Facebook has made some pretty strong decisions for over half of its Facebook users. There's some new rules coming down the pipe from the General Data Protection Regulation, known as GDPR, and it's going to be applicable to some countries that are outside of the EU. And Facebook has decided to change its terms of service, and that's going to mean that over 1 billion of its members will not be protected under these new tough privacy protections that the EU is rolling out. Now, money talks and BS walks, and you can tell from a stock performance perspective how the user base is feeling about this. And just to give some back end numbers, because I think a lot of times we as Americans, we feel like simply because this was formulated here, this was created here, that it affects us more than anyone else. Facebook right now, between the United States and Canada, is roughly about 239 million users, right? So under 250 million. Europe is a little bit under 400 million. Australia, Africa, Asia, 1.5 billion. we're such a small piece of the popularity of Facebook, even though we directly benefit from shareholders. I am a shareholder of Facebook. I think I am. I'm pretty sure they're in one of the portfolio. I'm a shareholder, so let me give full disclosure because I'm not trying to sell anything or push anything down. So I want to be honest about that. But these type of decisions, after you're in the midst of a scandal and now you want to circumvent having to follow stricter rules and guidelines by just omitting or changing your terms of service, to me, this is a step in the wrong direction when you need people to believe in your service.
Right.
How do you feel about this, Jay?
I feel, for a lack of better word, vulnerable, I guess. Because when I use a service, I want to know that, my data that's on there, my content that I put on there is in some way protected. Like, we all know that if you put anything on the internet, there has the potential to be shared with other people or disseminated in another way that, you may not like. But, I feel vulnerable knowing that I'm going to be on this platform and I'm not somewhat protected. Like, it's almost like you don't care.
Yeah.
Do you not care? That's where I'm at with it. So I feel some type of way.
Well, and I think that it makes you question whether or not you want to be honest on Facebook. It makes you question, do you really want to divulge any of your information?
Right.
It makes you question, should we now at this point say, if companies are going to literally rewrite their terms and conditions to circumvent having to apply certain rules and guidelines within there to be, meet best practices, am I more of just a number to you, or do you really care about the fact that I'm using your service and you want me to have the best experience?
And that's why I said, do you not care? Because that's what it sounds like to me. Do you not care that I'm using your platform, that I'm essentially a consumer of your business?
That's crazy.
Where's the customer service?
Where is it? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Where is customer service? And I've never had to call Facebook. I don't want to have to call Facebook. I prefer to just stop using the service if it came down to something something overly egregious, because there are other platforms obviously where I can stay socially connected to individuals, so I don't need it. But we want to know what you all think. For those that are tuned in, we got a few people watching right now live. Drop some comments.
Ask some questions.
Drop
interact with
because we're about to cut Facebook Live out. So please interact with us. Drop something in here because we want to know how you all feel. Do you think that these new Facebook changes or them circumventing the system in regards to some of the EU rules? Do you think that you don't care? Do you not care about your privacy? How do you feel about the scandal as a whole? We want to know. And speaking of giving you some information and things that we want to know, we want to also make sure that you are taking care of your finances. This particular portion of the show is sponsored by the Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of adults say that they don't even have enough money in savings. Don't become one of these statistics, folks. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today. Area code 1-844-700-4463 or send them an email over to info@HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. Ask them how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finances are the new faces of the new age of financial services. And I know this to be true, Jayhawk,
because
my kids are taken care of and I ain't even got kids yet. Bars. No. You like that? Bars. No, I'm not. You're not my kid, sir. Podcast technician raised his hand. You're not my kid. I am not the pappy. I am not the pappy.
Do you not guide him?
I do.
Do you not help him? Do you not mold him? Do you not shape him?
I help the
So you
world,
are a father
child.
figure. That is one of your kids.
That's one of my kids.
There you go.
Really?
You're welcome.
That's how you feeling?
That's how I'm feeling.
I'm sunning him. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm sunning you. Yeah, you like that? No, you don't? Okay, that's cool. All right, let's keep this party rolling. Speaking of, we hadn't spoke on Amazon. Let's talk Jeff Bezos for a minute.
Okay.
Good folks. I want to know this too, because I'm a member in this room. I'm pretty sure you're a member in this room. He ain't old enough to have no membership in this room. But Jeff Bezos has revealed that Amazon has 100 million Prime subscribers. So they sent a letter out to shareholders. I didn't get a letter, but that's a whole nother conversation. But 13 years down the pipe, and I remember when Amazon Prime first started, 13 years later, 100 million users of their service. Now, this to me is grand for a couple of different reasons. For those that are in the Houston area, we want to have this conversation because I noticed, and I don't know if you noticed this, Jayhawk, but I noticed that you can now get free same day or next day deliveries with your Prime service, upgrading you away from just the 2-day, but meaning you could have it 2-day if you want it. You know what I'm saying? Or next day. And I found that to be true on a couple of items that I ordered, and it just basically gave me a credit back because I'm paying my $99 Prime membership. So I got a credit back on the additional cost for shipping. But what do you think? And one of the reasons why I want to mention this is because things like this have shaped how we expect packages to arrive, and to some degree have totally shaped how we shop. Being that they're continuing to grow, they're making $10 billion. It's $100 a person per year. At 100 million people, that's $10 billion they're making off of a subscription service. $10 billion a year. How much more devastation do you think Amazon Prime can do to our original shopping habits? Going to the mall, walking a mall, window shopping. Do you think those days are now numbered because of services like Amazon Prime?
I don't necessarily think that their number is still going to be a good number of shoppers that are still going to go to the mall, have that shopping experience, eat at the food court, try on your clothes there before you make a purchase, and things of that nature.
We doing that? We trying on clothes? We still trying on clothes?
I definitely still try on clothes.
That's what we do?
Yes, I still try on clothes.
Fashion over jeans? No.
Why?
Okay.
This is your second week talking about some Fashion Nova
Because I keep
jeans.
hearing it on the song. So I want to know, is it coming to fruition? Are people buying these Fashion Nova
No,
jeans?
but Fashion Nova needs a brick and mortar. I just want to put that out there.
Oh, there is a brick and mortar.
Where?
We talked about this on
irrelevant.
All Things
Let's
Beauty.
focus.
Next show, another show on that.
Yeah,
Another
okay.
show. Keep going.
All right. So, but I don't think that Amazon is in any way bringing upon devastation. They're making it easier, but they're not bringing upon devastation because it's not. Amazon is not doing anything new that New York and Company or J.C. Penney's or Kmart hasn't been doing.
Well, but do you think that they did it at that level, right? And the reason why I asked that question is because, I mean, online shopping is the business. It's the truth, and that's something that we've seen time and time again when, what was it? Thursdays, Black Friday. Is it Black Friday or was it Summer Friday?
Yeah, it's Black Friday.
Black Friday is now being challenged by Cyber Monday, right? Because people are looking for these online deals in ways in which you're shopping.
But that's an extenuating circumstance.
It's
a lot of people that go out and shop on Black Friday, and have you seen the videos? Do you see the mayhem that takes place? So that's extenuating circumstances.
Okay.
I would much rather shop on Cyber Monday for the deals than go out and be elbow to elbow dropping bows on people trying to get this
Dropping
TV
bows.
that's on sale. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
I
that's
hear
the
you.
extenuating circumstance.
Yeah. And for those that are watching us right now, you can see an example of what Black Friday looks like for some shoppers, fighting over TVs and what we've seen so much craziness happen. But yeah, we shall see. I'd love to see what continues to happen, what continues to come down the pipe. I'll be excited when Amazon hits 200 million, and maybe everything will be same day service.
What, you have stock in them too?
Full disclosure, I believe I do. I think it's in a index fund. So yeah, technically I do.
Okay.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
So
So we're going to cut Facebook Live. So for those that are tuned in right now, thank y'all so much. But we've got some parting words for you all.
All right, Facebook Live. We ask that you subscribe to our show on all the major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Review our show in iTunes with constructive feedback. Share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family and friends. Donate to our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can donate at www.thesphere.tv/donate.
Boom, there it is. Facebook Livers, we love y'all. We thank y'all so much. We appreciate the support. But make sure you subscribe right here at The Sphere. So let's keep this party moving. Okay. Let's transition into our digital trends. So this week on the digital trends, since we're having this conversation about Amazon, let's talk about something that I found was pretty interesting. And I think it's going to speak volumes for a lot of different households. Amazon Alexa's got a new way for you to be able to create skills, and that's using Amazon's new service or software called Alexa Blueprints. So for those that are watching us right now, you can definitely see this on the screen. Alexa Blueprint allows you to be able to program Amazon Alexa with pretty much just plug and play or plug and chug, as they call it, without having to know any back-end coding to create these skills. Now, what I want to do for those that are watching us, we're going to zoom in on a image about midway down, and it showcases some of the different areas where you can sit back and create some of these skills. Some of those include your fun and games and your knowledge and learning. That's from inspirations, things that they call burns, where you could roast your best friends and family members. First letters, where you can play a game that starts with the first letter of certain things. Some of these games you've probably played before. They've got jokes and trivia, birthday trivia, stuff for a bachelorette party, compliments, just different ways. And then down, of course, to the knowledge and learning section. And we're going to scroll up a little bit. The image, let's go up to the image right before that. And it shows a skills blueprint, little home area. There's some learning and knowledge stuff for quizzes, flashcards, and facts. So for those that are watching, you can see this on the screen. This is why I find this interesting, Jay. What we've seen is, so walk with me on this one. Let's take this technological journey, right? Let's take a stroll. We've seen Amazon blanket people's homes with a device that at its infancy, just very stoic, had conversations, but didn't have a lot of things that were going on, right? You didn't get a lot of information from the Amazon Alexa from the start. Then they invented skills, where it allowed third parties to allow you to have functionality baked into this Amazon Alexa. Now, being able to build your own skills, you can make it say what you want it to say based on specific questions asked. First thing you're doing is you're introducing the world to artificial intelligence in a way that they actually can create the AI. That's the first thing that I find is phenomenal. Secondly, this becomes a secondary tool that helps in your household, whether it's with kids, with quizzes, flashcards, and giving them fun facts, whether it's with somebody staying at your home, being able to include or teaching Amazon Alexa what's your Wi-Fi password, for example, and someone being able to ask Alexa for the Wi-Fi password and Alexa gives it back. Just being able to do all sorts of things that becomes a true assistant, not just grabbing data for stuff that you don't know, but being able to build a knowledge base within this computer, so to speak. I'm blown. Something so small that has the potential of a lifetime. How do you feel about this?
I have some concerns in regards to security.
I can't. Talk about it then. Talk about the concerns.
Because what you said was about a guest staying at the home and they need the Wi-Fi password and you programming Alexa to be able to give that out. What if you're one of those type of families that are always on the go and you just need your family to be in the know about where you are, and you tell Alexa, hey, spit out my agenda for the day.
Yeah.
Just what if somebody random, no good person comes into your home and by chance just says that type of command, and now they have your whole agenda for the day, or just some personal information like that. It's cool, don't get me wrong, it's dope, it's really, really cool. I'm always like, what are the cons of it?
Okay.
So
that's
just my concern.
Do you have one in your home?
No, I don't.
And let me ask you this, because I want to do a deep dive conversation on this. Do you feel like the pros outweigh the cons?
The pros definitely do.
Okay. So what's the hesitation for you putting one in the home?
Oh, I just don't want one.
Okay. Just no desire.
Yeah, I just
Gotcha.
have no desire for one at this time.
Wasn't expecting that response. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just don't have a necessary need for one right now. I'm real simple. Why did you look like that?
I'll keep going. I'm listening.
I'm real simple. I'm a
listen.
real needs-based type person.
Okay.
So if it's not a necessary need, I don't jump on and
I
get
got
it.
you.
Like, I'm always behind the wave.
Yeah, you living off the earth. I feel you. You keeping it real.
First of all, here you go.
Real prehistoric.
Here you go.
No. I'm just
Here you
saying.
go.
I'm here with you. If that's where you keeping it, if that's where you're keeping it, ain't nothing wrong with that. I get it. If it doesn't meet a need, you don't need it.
And that's just how I live.
I feel that.
That's
feel
just
that.
how I
Live hand
live.
clap for that. I'm
Don't you-
right here with you on
don't
that.
Don't you do
you
that.
know it's coming.
Don't
You
you
know it's
do
coming.
that.
There it is. Give her a hand clap. You better keep it 100. I got. This is what we're gonna do. So here's where I stand on this. As a teaching tool, I think this is phenomenal.
Yeah.
As a teaching tool, imagine being able to create. Walk with me. Being able to create a test, let's say, where you can then, you've built this particular skill, which is a quiz. You've uploaded it to some type of cloud storage that then deploys to a lab of Alexas, whether you've got them connected via headphones or whatever the case is. And let's say you've got students that are blind.
Right.
Now they can take a test using an Amazon Echo device. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you've got a way to train and teach kids in manners that maybe they couldn't have learned, even down to the babies that are growing up. There's so many things you could do with this, where you can program this artificial intelligence in. I guess I'm more blown away with my mind now being open. I wasn't thinking like this at first. I was just, all right, this is something cool, the show. Oh, it's something cool, 7-inch screen.
Right.
Oh, okay, the little clock for the desk. Oh, it's something cool. Now we can do FaceTime, so to speak, since they kind of own the market for that. But we can have those FaceTime-like conversations. Oh, I can do that with my parents, or my grandparents, or whatever the case is. Now I'm seeing this as a tool that could be so much more.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part that they continue to blow me away with this, that I thought it was just novelty. More so like you. I thought this was just novelty. I don't need this. I'm buying it because it's cool, it's fun.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, okay, this.
Yeah, I
this sorta
definitely
makes
see
sense.
a use for it in the school aspect of it. Even like if a coding class, get the students themselves to actually put those skills into the device and come up with different ways to use it and be creative and to get their critical thinking skills going. So it's definitely a use for it. Just don't harp on me because I don't have one.
Never harping on you. And I was actually looking up to see if there were some additional places, and I think there is one, Storyline, for those that are tuned in right now and you're considering doing some programming for your Amazon Alexa. Obviously you can use Alexa Blueprint from Amazon. However, there's another company called Storyline that will also give you an opportunity to build skills. And this is going to require a little bit more in-depth understanding. It not necessarily with coding, but you do need, it's a bit more detailed about the things that you can do and the customizations the API pools, things like that. So for those that are tuned in and you're interested in building something with your Amazon Alexa, or you want to take it for a spin and do some things, take a look at Amazon Alexa's blueprint, and then of course take a look at Storyline and see what you come up with. We would love to take a listen. So if you do something, record it, shoot it up here. We'll play it during the next show. So make sure you bring that to the table. Keeping this party rolling, last but not least in the digital trends, the Eminem AR show. Jay, what is Eminem doing with augmented reality at none other than Coachella?
Have you ever been to Coachella?
I have not, and I want to go.
Yeah, it's definitely on my bucket list. But he decided to take augmented reality and bring it to the forefront at his concert at Coachella. It was more so on the minds of, if you can't beat them, join them, because any you always see footage from concerts all over social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and just basically, if you've ever attended a concert, you see people with their phones in the air the entire time.
Whole show. I'm like, your arm must be tired.
So it's to some extent that's kind of distracting, and it's kind of like what are you doing to the artists, because they're on stage, they're giving their all, they're pouring all their energy into giving this bomb performance, and you're just on your phone the whole time. So his AR content is to interact specifically with his show. Like, what is that specific line in one of his songs where he talks about his mom's spaghetti?
Feet, swans, spaghetti.
Yeah. So then
something. Yeah.
That particular concept is there as he says those lyrics. And with this AR, you have to be within 100 feet, 100 yards, I'm not sure, of the live concert in order to experience this
That makes
AR.
sense. I like that. Let me pause real quick because I accidentally skipped over one of our sponsors, and I want to make sure we get that in before we dive into AR at Coachella. This particular portion of the show is sponsored by us right here at The Sphere. So, are you starting your business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. AR at the Coachella. So I love this, and for those that are watching, we showed you the video and how everything went. I thought this was really nice. I thought this was really cool, and I would love to continue to see this moving forward. Do you think this is something that will pick up steam?
I do, especially in this world of Snapchat that we're in, where everybody. Do you use Snapchat?
I'm be snapping.
You are so extra.
Follow me at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z.
So I generally use Snapchat just for the filters or just for the augmented reality
you
concepts.
do the puppy dog things?
I do more than
The
just
fox?
Why are you so extra today?
I'm just asking questions.
But to answer your questions, yes, I do. I also the Bitmoji avatars.
Oh, you have the little. What is that? Like, what they do stuff like hold a game.
Yeah, or you do it with a friend. They're flipping you like you're in a circus and playing baseball, all kind of different things. So I use it for that because I think it's pretty cool and it's engaging, and I think that is the concept or where they were trying to go with this. They want to have your concert goers engaged in the experience, because that's why you go to concerts. You go for the experience. So I think that's where they were headed with this. And Also, just in general in the music industry, I would like to see it more where, if I go and I purchase this album off of Apple iTunes, then maybe have an AR component with where I can get some AR content because I purchased the album, or I could put myself into this music video. I think that'd be dope, and that's another way to market themselves.
I'm trying to think of like I'm trying to make that tangible, right? If I bought some music off of Google Play Music and then I wanted to somehow get that music or get an AR feel to it. I'm playing I think what would be nice. Okay, let's take it to a whole nother level.
Ding.
Imagine an AR music video. So you're listening to it and you bring it up and then the person, let's say, is sitting off the table, singing to you you're looking through your camera and you're able to see this person in your home singing this song or rapping these lyrics. Now you're starting to add another feel that I haven't seen anybody do that yet. That would be kind of dope.
But no, we plugged it here first.
Run those coins.
We plugged it here first.
Those
You're welcome.
coins, please.
So I think what Eminem is doing with this AR concept on his tour, it's gonna be pretty dope, and I think we're gonna see more artists use it.
I would love to, and just the what we displayed a moment ago, that was pretty cool to be able to coming down over the top of it. It almost brings back that whole 3D vibe, so to speak, from old school, but with obviously new technological twist.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
Definitely.
Eminem AR at Coachella. We want to know what you all think. Shoot us an email, technocrats@thesphere.tv. Let us know how you feel about that, or hit us up across social media platforms at The Sphere TV. Use our coveted hashtag Technocrats because we want to have that conversation with you.
Yes, we do. So this portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are a part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness by calling 713-789-8680.
Ding. So make sure I get that taken care of and mention a Sphere and you get 10% off your dental services. So depending on what that service is, that could be a extreme amount of money. So make sure y'all mention the Sphere, folks. But that's about it. Jay, thank you so much for great technological news today. I appreciate it. Your insight was wonderful.
You are welcome.
Good
Thank
deal.
you for having me.
What you got up for the rest of the week? Anything tech coming down the pipe from you? Anything you're working on?
Nothing tech coming down the pipe except, I'm studying for my CompTIA Plus certification.
Look at you.
I have
need to run some questions my way. Let me know. I got you.
Are you certified?
I mean, I might be. I don't remember. I got a few certs here and there. I might be. It sounds familiar.
We just have paperwork. Just paperwork on top of paperwork.
I can pass the test now. I can do it. I can do a okay?
You know what? My IT manager told me that the CompTIA Plus A+ certification test is no longer perpetual. You have to renew it every so often. That sucked.
Womp, womp, womp. You don't need it anyway. You all right. You all right, kid? Get the CCNP behind your back.
Paper looks good.
I'll make that $200K.
I'm not going to stop there.
Hey.
I'm not going to stop there. But other than that, I have a shindig to attend on Saturday. So I get to get fancy.
Good deal.
What about you? What are your plans?
Nothing coming down the pipe. It is, it's a hot Thursday here in Houston. And I'm looking. I got the MS-150 coming up next weekend. So just more training this weekend. That's a bike ride from Houston to Austin to support multiple sclerosis. So anyone wants to donate, go to I believe it's bpms150.org. You can donate for anyone who's interested in donations. But yeah, just more training for that, and just ready to rock.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Well, let the good people know where they can reach you at, my dear.
You all can reach me at Twitter. The handle is JH85Tech.
How about that? Okay, we're gonna change that because
You know what?
he's got you. He put your classic up there. He hit you with the vintage. That's what had happened.
You would see. You're back to being ninja now.
Back to being ninja.
You were this close.
This close and failed. Good people, if y'all need to reach me, of course, you can hit me up anywhere online. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. No filters. At
No
G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. Hit us up here at the show, Technocrats, at thesphere.tv or at the Sphere TV across social media platforms. Use our hashtag Technocrats. We will see you all next time. Take care.
Bye.